So in the yesterday's structure we have given, lead structure we have given. So one point here we need to understand. One point I missed out actually. Here leads are coming from different sources, and one will be coming through PA. The dealers will be applying through PA. So I will have a different channels through which the people will be interested to apply for the dealership. Okay, so we internally have a PA. From the PA, the lead will be created. So that all this story, prior to this story, there is one more object PA. They enter the data in the PA. Automatically, the PA will create the lead. And once the lead is created, the lead will be sent to the different system. The lead will be sent to the approval. Once the lead is approved, what will happen is the story. Yesterday we already seen how the lead is created, how it is created now, what is the procedure we are following for qualifying the lead. Then once the lead is created, then we go for creation of account. Now in our case, we have the accounts here. Accounts. In the accounts, we have distributors. Distributors. We have retailers. Or we can say retailers. Then we have customer. Again, the customers are categorized into personal, distributor, reseller. From reseller it goes to retailers, or you can name here primary distributor, secondary distributor, reseller, or distributor, reseller to retailer. You can remove the term. Distributor, retailers. This is our account story. Accounts are categorized into two types. Basically, one dealing with dealer, retailer, wholesale case. Other one is the customer. So, person who is providing the services and the person who is purchasing the services. Person who is purchasing the products, person who is providing the services. Okay. So, we have this story here. Now, when you say corporate customers, I told you, now the agencies, or I may have a tie with the, okay, some MNCs or top companies who provide them in bulk. A person may purchase, an organization may purchase. Person may purchase, an organization may purchase. Right. So when you say this, distributors, they are categorized again. They have exclusive distributors, exclusive distributor, they only sell this particular product. Direct or indirect, they may sell other products also. Your product is one of the products which I am selling. I am the distributor for okay, your product, as well as I am doing distribution for other products also. Exclusive, I only sell your product. So distributors, retailers, wholesale. Distributors, retailers, wholesale. Customer is personal customer, corporate customer. Okay. Now, this is exclusive, I told. This is exclusive or exclusive showrooms. I only sell your products. And I also have retailers also. We have exclusive retailers. Exclusive retailers. Exclusive distributors will be there. Exclusive retailers will be there. They only sell your products. They open a showroom where they sell only your Kent products. No other products will be selling. Now, when you say other retailers, they will sell your Kent as well as other things also. ABC. I opened a Bajaj Electronics. In the Bajaj Electronics, I have 10-20 products. Now you are also one of the product. I'm not only selling your product, I'm also selling other products. That is not, there's a retailer. Retailer may have group of products. A retailer will be there, some retailer is there who is exclusively opening your, who is exclusively selling your product. Okay. What my point here? The showroom, the shop which sells exclusive products. First, let us understand that terminology clearly. What is this terminology? How things will happen. Now, from Kent, if I purchase a product from Kent, based on the territories, distributors will come. Hyderabad distributors. Now, let us say we have Delhi. In Delhi, we have 3 distributors. We have Chennai. Chennai, we have 2 distributors. Depends upon the territory, depends upon the size of the territory, they may have multiple number of distributors. Distributor deals with regions, territories. Based on the territories, I'll have a distributor. Now, I may be primary distributor, I may be secondary distributor. I may be primary distributor, I may be secondary distributor. From distributor, wholesale gas will purchase. Now, distributor will purchase product from company. Now, this wholesale guy purchase, okay, high volume of products. This wholesale guy may be a person, may be a company. I have a contact. Now, what I will do? Now, I will say go to retailer, then they purchase in small quantity, small volume of products. This retailer, this wholesale guy may or may not keep a stock also. May or may not keep a stock also. I place an order, that I will dispense to the retailers. I collect the orders, I will ask you to disperse the product to the corresponding locations. Okay, I may run office or may ask you to ship the products directly to the customer. Okay, the retailers. So, who are the retailers? These are the people who sell the products to consumer. So, what are the retailers? They have fixed office. From where they sell it. Right, boss. So the distributor, he get the products into the the whole distributor. From the distributor, they sell it to the wholesale. They may maintain a godown and other stuff. From the wholesaler, it may go to all the shops. Okay. Now, when you place an order, distributor will sell them to wholesale. Okay. Then, sorry, wholesale sale. Wholesale, okay. From the wholesale, it will go to retailer. I can say the wholesaler dealer. Distributor to dealer, dealer to retailer. Now this is the story. Distributor to dealer, dealer to retailer. Distributor to dealer, dealer to retailer. Now this is the story what we are doing. Now this distributor generally don't sell it to the consumer directly, because they deal with a region, they deal with a particular territory, they don't do with one or two customers. But if there is a corporate, generally they may, if there is a corporate large scale of volumes, they may deal with this. Dealer also, he may sell it to the customer, consumer directly, or he may sell it to the dealer. So he may sell it to the customer directly. Make it. But generally we assume distributor to dealer, dealer to retailer. Okay. Now all these people becomes what? Accounts for us. All these people becomes what? Accounts. So once the lead is qualified, account. Right. When the account is created, they are categorized, as I told you, they are categorized into distributors, resellers, or whichever the term you are comfortable with. Yes. At the same time, customer, person, corporate. This is the story what is created. I hope the basic structure is clear. So who is going to be your account? In your case, who is going to be your account? The distributors are the consumers. Okay. Now here we also have service providers. Your account can be service provider also. Now installations, they require installation. When they require installation, they require a team. They also become one accounts. But because we are dealing with the sales process, we are not considering that services. Okay. These are the category of people whom we are dealing with. Now look at the first one. Account, person or organization. Account is a person or organization with whom account is a person or organization with whom we are doing the business. Account is a person or organization with whom you are doing the business. Okay. Now there are two types of accounts. Personal account, corporate account. By default, organization accounts are available. If you want personal account, we need to raise a case with Salesforce to enable. By default, what happened? Only organization accounts will come. Company accounts are coming. If you want to create a person as an account, then we need to raise a case with the Salesforce team. They will enable it. Okay, then you get a personal team. How they are coming? Like a record type. Personal accounts will come like a record type. So on the account, we get a record type of organization or a person. Now by default, the person will not come. Organization will come. The organization only will come. If you want a personal, we need to raise a case with the Salesforce team. They will enable it. Okay. Then next note. For personal accounts, there will be no contact. For personal account, there will be no contact. Why there is no contact for a personal account? The person himself is a contact. You are a person, so your details are there. You will search, you become a contact. So if it is an organization account, then only we have contacts. If it is a personal account, we will not have contacts. So accounts are categorized into two types: personal accounts and organization account. For organization account only, we can create a contact. For personal account, we cannot create a contact. Okay. Next, according to our business process, this is a general information. Now,
okay. So Satish, can you just differentiate between the organizational contacts and personal contacts?
not organization contacts, some organization accounts. Right. Now, person account, organization account. Wipro is doing a business with you. It is an organization account. Satish purchasing a Kent product. Now it is a person account. Now Satish is purchasing. Satish phone number, email will be there on the account itself. If a company is purchasing, Wipro is purchasing, Wipro details will be there. But whom should I contact in the Wipro? So I have to create him as a contact. Now when I am doing a business with a company, company data will be there in the account. But whom should I contact in the company? Who is the authorized person to speak? then person data will not be there in a code. So that data will be stored like a contact. When I'm a person, my data is directly entered. Satish purchased his name, phone, email. So I become personal account. When I'm a personal account, when a person himself is purchasing, he contact him directly. No need to go for a contact. So personal account will not have any contact. Right about it.
Okay, thank you.
Technical implementation. Now, whenever distributor or whenever distributor or dealer is created, whenever distributor or dealer is created, then the primary contact of the distributor created as community will be created as community user. Whenever a distributor is created, then a primary contact of the distributor will be created as a community user. So we have a community, this because the distributor has to place an order from the communities. They will not be logging into Salesforce, they will be logging through communities. Now, whenever a distributor is created, then a primary contact of the distributor will be created as a community user with the primary profile. Okay, primary point. Then, when new customer is created, he should be associated with any of the distributor when a new customer is created, he should be associated with any of the distributor or dealer or retailer. So whenever a customer data is created, a new customer is created, the customer data should be created from where? The customer data should be created from what? Whenever a new customer is created, now he should be associated with the distributor or a dealer. Okay, to make it simple, he should be associated with the distributor or a dealer. The dealer will give the commission to the retailers. Okay, now the story is like this. The story is distributor will have 4-character ID. Dealer of that distributor will have 6-character ID. Retailer will have. So basically, seller and reseller, distributor, seller, reseller. I should name it as a seller, reseller. For your understanding purpose, I give retailer. Okay, this is how we give. Now, I have a distributor. Distributor is ABC Corp. The owner of the record is Sham is the owner. Under this distributor, I have a dealer. XYZ dealer. Owner of the dealer is Ram. Because I told for distributor there will be RM. RM will be the owner of the distributor. And for dealer, for every 3 dealers, there will be one manager who is owner of the record. So manager is associated with manager will have 3 dealers. One distributor will have one RM will be associated with one distributor. Okay. Then retailers. Retailer. So the retailer BD, the BD will be the owner. When I say BD is the owner, whoever is the owner of the whoever is the distributor, he will be the owner. The BDs will be coming from the distributors. From the distributors, the BDs will be there. Now Kiran is the owner. When a new customer is created, a customer called Satish is created. New account, customer Satish created. Who was created this customer? Who purchased? Who sold the product? Capital sold the product. Who sold the product? Capital sold the product. Now who is this guy? Capital means who is the owner of the record? The BD went to the retailer. From a retailer, he took an order, he sold the product. Who is the owner of the record? Kiran is the owner of the record. Now, when a new customer is created by retailer Capital, then who has become the owner of the record? Kiran. Now, what should happen? This record should be shared with Kiran. Okay. It should be shared with Capital owner and XYZ owner. Product, when a customer was created by a retailer, the customer data should be visible to the retailers. Okay, and that should be visible to the distributor. Whoever is the owner of the retailer, he should be able to see the customer. When a retailer creates a customer, the customer record should be visible to the retailer's owner and the distributor owner, dealer owner, and the distributor owner. When a retailer creates a customer, that means he sold a particular product to customer. When a customer was created by retailer, that should be visible to your dealer, that should be visible to your distributor. Owner of the dealer, owner of the distributor. Owner of the dealer means from your company, manager. Who is the owner of the dealer? BDM. One of the BDM is the owner. Now, who is the owner of the distributor? RM. So, when a customer was created by the retailer, the customer record should be visible to the retailer's owner, who is going to be a BDE, and it should be visible to the dealer's owner, who is going to be a manager, and also that should be visible to distributor owner, who is going to be RM. So, in that particular channel, when a customer is created, the entire people on the top of the channel, they should see all the customers. So, as far as the channel is concerned, the people on the top should see each and every record created at the bottom. Suppose if the dealer is directly creating a customer, that is visible to the dealer's owner and distributor's owner. If distributor is directly creating a customer, that should be visible to only distributor. As per the channel hierarchy, the customer record should be visible. So what should happen now? Now how will you achieve this? Did you get the context? When a customer was created by retailer, the customer record should be visible to retailer's owner and the retailer's dealer's owner, the dealer's distributor's owner. Is that was clear? Concept is clear? Right? Okay. So, technically what we implemented? Okay. When a new customer is created, this customer record should be visible to retailer's owner. Similarly, when a new customer is record should be usable to I hope you got the story, right? So how do you know it was created by retailer? How do you know it's created? It is associated with the retailer or dealer. IDs is there. I told you 4-character ID, 6-character ID, 10-character ID. Now look at that. Who is the okay lead source? Who is the source? Based on the ID, we can identify is a primary or secondary or third. Now if I got a retailer, first 6 characters will give you dealer's ID. If you are a dealer, first 4 characters will give you your distributor. So from the retailer ID, I can find out who is the distributor, who is the dealer. Okay. From the retailer ID, I can find out who is the distributor, who is the dealer. All right. So this is when a customer is created. Right. Next story. Now, why this? Okay. Now, Sham is able to see. Now I created. Look at the point. I got a customer here. Try to understand the story clearly. We have distributors. Capital. Sham is the owner. Another. Okay. We have a distributor. We have a dealer. Let's say ABC is the dealer, XYZ is the retailer. Capital is the distributor, ABC is the distributor, reseller, retailer. Okay. So this is how we got it. Now a new customer is created. This is the owner of new customer is created. Satish, created by Capital. Then Wipro associated with the Capital record. Dell associated with the ABC. TCS associated with the this is how we got it. Now tell me which record the Sham can see. Sham can see Wipro, which records Ram can see. Ram can see. Okay, you can only see Dell and now Kiran can see. Right. Technically, how it happened? Technically, is what? Apex based shell. Technically, what was this? Apex based shell. Technically, what was this? Apex based shell. Now look at the story here once again. Here, if owner of the distributor is modified, whatever the records that the owner of the distributor is getting because of that hierarchy, distributor, sub dealers, dealers, whatever you're getting, the access on those records should be removed. Access on those records should be removed, and that access should be given to the user. Whenever the owner of the distributor is modified, whatever the customer records he was able to access, whatever the dealer's information he was able to access, whatever the sub-dealer's information he is able to access on those records should be removed for that old owner, and that access should be given to the new. Are you getting my point here? Okay. Now, that's what I am giving here. Whenever owner of the modified, whenever the owner of the distributor is modified, remove the access on those customers. Customers which are associated with distributor and grant access on those customers. New users. Similarly, whenever owner of the dealer modified, access on customers which are created by dealers and retailers, associated retailers, granted access to the new user, new owner. Similarly, the same story happens with technically how it is implemented. Basically, I was supposed to give a sub-dealer or reseller now. To get the differentiation, I gave retailer, but it should be separate. So basically, it should be what? Reseller or sub-dealer. Okay. Because retailers, we cannot track the details about the retailers. We can only track the details about the retailers. There will be number of shops. We cannot maintain their information. Okay. Basically, it's a seller and resellers. Okay. Right. So technically, how it is implemented? Technically, how it is implemented? When our account record is modified and type of account is distributor, if the owner is modified, use effect sharing, remove the access. We have done an example also. Select from account sharing where account ID equal to All those accounts we are going to get delete. This is to remove the access. What are the sharings that are given? This is how we are doing, right? Similarly, you know how to create account share rules, right? Now this is what for that old owner on these accounts, whatever the sharing rules are there, get those sharing records, delete them. For the new owner, grant the access. You know how to create account share, right? Account share, account ID, account access level, okay, row cost, user or owner ID, we can create it. This is what technically implemented on the trigger. This is a trigger. Okay. The next one. Again, I hope this scenario was clear. Okay, we told who are the accounts. We told who are the accounts, but we are telling about creation. When a new customer is created, what should happen? At the same time, when the owner of the distributor is modified, what should happen? This is the business functionalities. I hope you got the story. According to your business, who are the accounts? These are the accounts. In this account, what are the logics that are business logics that are running? I gave you. When customer is created or when distributor owner is modified. Okay, then next one. Again, this is also implemented using a trigger only. Now the logic is whenever a new retailer is created, owner of the dealer and dealers distributor should be added as account team members. When a new retailer is created, for that retailer, the corresponding dealer owner and the corresponding distributor owner should be made as account team members. Now, whenever a new retailer is created, whenever a new dealer is created, now when dealer is created, owner of the dealer should have access to the retailer. He should be able to control the retailer's information. When a new dealer is created, distributor should be able to control this dealer's information and this one. So what was that? Account team members. So you should be able to access the data. Whenever new dealer is created, add as account team member. This is while creating a dealers or a distributors. That is while creating customer. When a customer is created, there are certain rules. When the dealers are created, there are certain rules. So we had a couple of requirements basically to deal with creation of new customer, creation of new dealers, creation of modification of dealers owner, modification of dealers owner. Right now, at the end, we have customer segmentation, industry segmentation. Customer segmentation. Now, you sold the products. When you sold the products, summarization, they have a customer segmentation. Which category of customers you are selling? You are very good at selling this to industry segmentation. Now, hospitals, education institutes, corporates, right. Now, every dealer wise, they want to categorize how much revenue these people have generated in the current quarter, last quarter, we will be having the story. Every distributor I open or every dealer I open, I will be finding in this quarter, current quarter. For hospital industry, how much they have sold. Now, I want to find out hospital industry wise. They have 10 industries. Industry wise, they want to categorize it. How much revenue they got it. So these dealers are very good at selling the products to hospital. These dealers are very good at selling the products to education institute. These people are very good at selling the products to so I want to know industry wise how much they sold. So industry segmented. Again, they have product segmentation. Now product segmentation. Now they have one more. What was that? There are some categories, right? Product families are there. So each product family wise, they want to know this dealer is selling which products more, water purifiers or air purifiers or electronic gadgets or housing appliances. We have got a different categories there, right? Okay, clear lens, something. Now, so product family wise, they want to know which product family they are selling more, which category of product family they are selling more. So there is analysis they want to make. So this dealer, water purifiers, what is the revenue generated in this quarter? This okay, air purifiers, what is the revenue generated? Electronics, what is the house? Okay, domestic, okay, electronics, which are they are selling. That now the product family wise, how much revenue they brought, they want to know. So when they open a dealer, this industry they are selling, these are the product families which they are selling. So I know how much revenue this dealer has brought, and this revenue is coming from which category of products. This revenue is coming from which category of products, and the revenue is coming from, okay, what was that? Okay, the revenue was coming from which category of the product? Can you off that? Can you off that? Is it on or off? Off only? I think it's on. Thank you. Right. Now they want to know which product. Okay, this dealer is doing business with more business with which category of products and to which industry they are giving. So we implemented a custom functionality to summarize the revenue. So what happened? We are writing aggregated functions. We are writing aggregate function quarter wise, product wise, industry wise. Quarter wise, okay, quarter wise, last quarter, this quarter, last 6 months, last year. Okay, industry wise, product family wise, we are writing a segmentation, getting the summaries. Right? So this is displayed where? On every distributor and every dealer. On every dealer and distributor, we find this type of information. So that we know this dealer is good at which segmentation. Right. So this is what is happening on the account. So next, we have custom page. So can you specify the flow? So we got the leads. When the leads are qualified, they are getting converted into account. Accounts are again two categories: dealership or customers. When the dealers are created, whenever a new dealer is created, if it's a distributor or dealer, automatically their primary contact will be created as a committee user. Their primary contact will be created as a committee user. Retailers can be created from when they want to create a new retailer, The dealer will go to the committee. From the committee, they create as a lead. Again, the lead will be created as a retailer. Now, when a new dealer when dealer or retailer is created, again the owner of the dealer, owner of the distributor will become an account team member. They can manage this dealer's information. At the same time, when a new dealer is created, the distributor owner will become a account team member of this record. Whenever a new customer is created, hierarchy, they should be able to see that. Whenever the owner of the distributor is modified, the access should be removed on old, access should be given on new. Then they want to identify the segmentation, which industry, which product family they're selling. Okay, so the product family wise, quarter, last quarter, this quarter, 6 months, this type of information they want to track. I hope you can convey this information. Whatever we discussed, can we convey this information? I'm not giving all the story. I'm giving a flow which you can explain it. Right? So lead to, from lead,
one of the retail dealers which we added as the accounting number, but they have already access because they are the owner of the record.
they are not the owner of the record. When new retailer is created, owner of the retailer's dealer. Retailer's dealer, they don't have. And OW is private here. Okay. Retailers, when a retailer is created, retailers associate dealers. Retailers associate dealer. Okay. Right, Amma? So, the yesterday's, I'll be sharing, boss. Now, right. So, what was this? What was this? We had a lead. Lead is converted into account. So, tomorrow we'll try to understand about the opportunities. We'll try to understand about opportunity. Opportunity, order creation. Opportunity, order creation. With this, we'll be winding up. So, I hope you got sufficient number of scenarios to explain what is that. Basically, overall, what is the general flow? Then, technically, what we are involved, where we are involved. Technically, these are the implementation. I wrote a couple of triggers. I wrote the overriding the pages, sidebar components, batch effects. I'm going to cover a few batch effects and schedule effects tomorrow. Few batch effects and schedule effects. This is what we technically implemented. Right? So, I hope everyone followed this. Flow was clear? Flow was clear? Right. So, here the extension I will give it as a opportunity. Now, here few things that we need to understand. When a lead was created, create a call. This is a partner. Basically, I made a vice versa. Initially, we get a partner application to lead to account because we skipped that process already. Now, when a lead was created, this will be created as submit for if retailer if dealer right record should be submitted. When the partner application is approved, then it should be created. Account should be created. When account is created, the story continues like this. Okay. Customers are not coming through lead. Customers will be directly coming from portals. Now, where these customers will be registered, from where the customer data will be registered, they have a portal. So the portals will be registering it. See, when you purchase any laptop or anything, they don't log in. They give portal ID. They open a portal ID. They enter their dealership ID and they'll enter the data. So retailers will have access to the portals or committees through which they enter customer data. Customer data is directly created, whereas the distributed data will be coming through leads to application, partner application. When it is approved, then you become a dealer. Whereas the customer, after you purchase the product, you'll be becoming a customer. So I will not be taking your information as a lead because it's a mass sale. We don't take you as a lead. Directly will come to you. Okay, once I sold you, your data will be entered. It's a water purifier. I'll not consider as a lead, qualify, then convert into customer. Your after purchase only data will be entered into our database. Okay, customers are directly created, whereas the dealers are coming as a leads, and they'll be going for a partner application. When all the required documents are submitted, it will go to partner application. When the partner application is approved, then you become account. Okay, so basically, actually, that information is first the partner application will be created. Once it is approved, once all the documents are created, then lead will be created. Once the lead is approved, account will be created. This is the actual story. Because already I covered the lead for you, I just made a vice versa. Can I modify this? Basically, actually, the story should be like this. The story should be like this. Actually, the story should be like this way. What's that? Partner application. It's okay. Now I don't want to disturb the entire flow what we already learned. Okay.
So we'll be adding another object for partner application.
Yeah.
And after that is approved, it will go to
Yes. Then partner application record will be created. After the partner application, release. This is my third party system. So this is the story. I hope till here whatever you have done, people are good with this story, right? People are good with this story. Accounts, come again. Personal and see, now you came to me. Now will ask you, give me your contact person name. When you came and talk to me, will ask you, give me your contact name, contact person name. You are the person, directly will take your data. You are a person. When you are a person, why you will have another one as contact information? You become a person, you become a account, you become a contact. Okay. When Wipro company send a mail to me, then Wipro is a business account. But whom do I talk? I cannot talk to Wipro, no. I will talk to one employee in the Wipro. That employee in the Wipro become contact. So if you are a company, then I'll take the contact details of the people working in the company. If you are a person, now when you are a person, I will not collect any other data because your contact details are already with me. If you are a person, you become a contact and account. Okay, when I take an insurance policy, okay, I am the customer and I am the contact. If you want to talk, I am the customer, and if you want to talk, you have to talk to me only. If Wipro company is taking an insurance for their employees, now Wipro is an account. If I want to talk, I have to talk to one of the concerned person in the Wipro. That's why corporate account becomes.
Actually, I'm wondering how to create that. Because in the account,
Record types will come. When you enable, they become a record type. When you make a request to the Salesforce team, when they enable it, you will get a record text. Then there will be two record types. Person is personal form. Then create what all the fields you want. Okay. Right, boss? I hope everyone is good with this. Yeah.
one object related information like what we have created on those objects. What can we get a
Schema building. Schema building. When you go to schema builder, the diagram will be there. There's no other way. Go to object, everything is there on the object, no? If anytime did you open the object completely? If you open the object, are you not finding everything at one place? Let me take account object. Are you not finding the triggers written on these, values written on these, page loads what you written, buttons, record types, account names, everything, are you not finding it at one place? Obviously, that's the reason why you are paid salary. That also you are only doing no. Oracle is not doing no. There also, if you want to know the relation, you have to go to table and open it, no? See, apply with some sense, common sense person. You want to know the relations that are there in the table. Without opening the table, how do you find out? You say Oracle or some .NET or Microsoft. You take XYZ technology. If you want to know the relation on a particular table, you have to go to table and open, no? You have to go to the table. Otherwise, without looking at the table, how can it help? It's not a magic, right? Okay. That's what I'm telling you. No, we are getting a list of objects. Here also we are getting a list of objects. When you open the object, you are able to find what all the fields are there, standard fields, custom field, validation, rate list, triggers, page layouts, compact layouts, search layouts, buttons, everything that you got. We are finding here, no. And Baba, I am telling the same Baba. Look at this. Triggers are coming here, no. So you require a triggers. If you write a trigger will be visible here. Let me open account object. Now this is the details. When we open the account, triggers on account, are you not finding the triggers here? Right. So all the later information will be visible to you. Whatever that is defined there, you'll be able to see them. Right. Now dependencies in which Apex class this table was used, that I cannot find out from the account object. That you have to go to the corresponding classes and identify it. Dependencies. But what we have written on the class, everything we can find from here. Now if I open object, I was able to see, as per your discussion, the table information, fields, filters, validations, triggers, page layouts, sets, search layouts, buttons and new links, what are the new buttons that are created, record types, any Apex sharing regions, sharing recalculation, object limit. In this object, how many fields are there? 4. How many workflows are there? It will tell you how many workflows are there. The information will be given to you. How many workflows are there? How many triggers are there? How many validations are there? You can find it here.
If I want to rename that object, so I want to know in which classes it is used. So
See,
here also I need to know.
object name, if you modify, it will throw an error box. Okay, throw it as a dependencies. Now, see, this is a 5 years old application. Now you want to change the object name. Tell me what will be the impact? Now there are 500 Apex classes that are written. Will you go to every Apex class and check? Then in that case, what you are supposed to do? Don't change the object name. Change the object label. Object label. Object name remains the same. Label will be changing. Now I have here accounts. Go to the customize tabs. Instead of account, I'm changing no. For external people, the visibility will be a distributor, but internally the concept remains the same. Right. Okay, boss. Right? Chalo. So tomorrow we'll continue with the opportunity. So these two classes, flow, you are clear with this flow? What we discussed, flow and technical implementation. Are you clear about this story? Online, any query from your end, Amma? Everyone is good with this?
Sir, one small question. Sir, industry segmentation last month, current month, quarter, and is it report, sir? Technical implementation?
No. That should be displayed on the distributor dealer itself. On the dealer record should be displayed. Now I'm not.
Okay.
When I open any dealer record, on the record itself, the data should be visible. When I open any dealer, on the dealer record itself, the data should be visible.
Sorry, sir, I didn't
That
understand.
data should be displayed on the detail page of the record. When you open a dealer record, on the record itself, the data should be visible to you. What are the revenue I told, the data
Okay,
should
sir.
be visible to you
Okay, sir.
on the record. Okay.
Okay, sir. And we do differentiate with 4-digit, 6-digit, 8-digit character only. Or is there any type field for distributor, dealer, retail in
Type
account page?
will be there, Amma. That ID is
Okay.
find out who is your parent distributor. The IDs we are using
Okay.
by your parent dealer or parent distributor. Okay. But in the account record, there will be a field called type.
Okay, sir. And one more thing, and how distributor owner when in distributor owner changes scenario, and that will be assigned to the owner. Owner means VP or some other person, and he has access to all other distributors' data as well. And how he can assign only this particular dealer records, 100 records to the new user.
That's where we are using this IDM. Now, if you are a distributor, this ID, all the dealers created will have your distributor ID. now I become a dealer. Okay, I become a dealer of this distributor. No. So on my record, you will be finding my distributor ID. No. Now dealer is a child of distributor. Amma. Dealer is a child of a distributor. Dealer is a child of distributor. So on the dealer record, we will be finding the distributor ID. With the help of that, we find out who are the dealers associated. Did you get my point? Am I clear with that, Amma? Somebody has asked me a question. Okay.
Yes, sir. It means with that ID, they will find out all the records associated with the hierarchy and assign to
They find
the
out all the details.
news.
They find out all the dealer IDs, all the retailer IDs. Okay. And the customer will be finding. Okay. Here the ID will be there, either XXX or if it is a dealer. So on the customer ID, you can option stuck out there. Like this pin will be there. So get all the dealer IDs, get all the retailer IDs of this distributor, and get all the customers whose DPIN is the XXX, XXXYY. Based on the DPIN, will be getting the customer data. The distributor as a dealer, distributor as a retailer. Now, based on the distributor, get their all dealer IDs. You get all the dealer IDs, all the retailer IDs. Then write a query. Select from account where type equal to customer. The DP list, what will be there? All the IDs of the dealers associated with the distributor and retailers associated with the distributor. For this distributor, who are the dealers are there, who are the retailers are there, get their IDs. Write a query. Get all the accounts from, or get all the data from account where type equal to customer, and your distributor PIN number is in this DP list. Then you are going to get those customer data. Then on those customer data, remove the access. Got it? Got it, Amma?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. And assign this to new user.
Exactly, Amma.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, Amma. Next, somebody
Satish, could you please upload the yesterday class video?
will upload it. Upload it. Right. Somebody has asked me to share the what are the notes. Online people, I'll be sharing the notes, Amma. I'll be sharing the notes through driver. I'll be posting in the chat. Anyone I'll be doing. Somebody has asked me, Kumari or someone. I'll be sharing that. Okay. Right. Chalo.